Good morning and a very warm welcome to all our viewers on Doordarshan Sports as we bring you this morning live show Sports Cafe. I'm your host Arjun and today we will take you through the main stories of the day that includes cricket after India's win against Australia yesterday, followed by wrestling, chess and badminton news. And for this we have with us our guest expert Shri Rupinder Singh. Rupinder, a very warm welcome to you on Sports Cafe.
Thank you, Arjun.
And before we move on to our stories segment, we have the main headlines. India beat Australia by 5 wickets to clinch ODI series, grab #1 spot. India's Bajrang Punia wins gold at the Asian Indoor and Martial Arts Games. Winning starts for Vishwanathan Anand and Harika Dronavali at the Isle of Man chess meet. Vaishnavi clinches women's singles under-19 title at the Belgian Junior Open in Ethiopia. And in our top story, we have India's win against Australia in the third ODI, which was held at Holkar. Let's look at the press review on that. Mail today, Kung Fu Pandya. Hardik Pandya scoring 78 after India scored 294 for 8 to win this match. Pandya blows away hapless Aussies. That's the headlines in the Hindustan Times. Indian Express, Mumbai local takes India top of the world. Let's not forget the other contributors, Rohit Sharma 71 and Rahane 70. Dainik Jagran, Indore mein Hardik ne jamaya rang. The crowd certainly entertained by the fireworks of Hardik Pandya's bat. Hindustan, Team India, series jeet ka #1 bani. India now the #1 ICC team in ODIs. Amar Ujala, world champion ka karari shikast racha itihas. Let's not forget the role of the bowlers Bumrah 2 for 52 and Kuldeep 2 for 75. Dainik Bhaskar, Kangaroos se pehli baar jeete lagatar 3 one-day. So strong home advantage to India's favour. Rupinder, strong contributions by our batsmen ensuring that they were able to chase the total set by Australia. But काफी criticism आ रही है कि Australia का जो game है, they're not able to adjust to our home conditions. ऐसा क्यों है?
Well, actually speaking, we recently saw them play the Test series and they were pretty well adjusted in that one and gave India a tough fight. So one was expecting the one-dayers to be competitive. But if you look at the team, the Australian team that has come to India after its tour in Bangladesh, it is bereft of depth, both in their bowling as well as in their batting. If we look at their batting, they seem to rely only on Warner, Smith and Finch, who just came into this third match. So before Finch came into recognition, the first 2 one-days were already lost and Finch came into recognition. Luckily they won the toss and they were in a position to take the fight to India. But once again, the same frailties in their depth in batting. 216 for 1, if I remember right, at one stage, and they end up with only 294. Also credit at that stage to the Indian spinners who got some wickets, and the last 6 overs, only 38 runs given by Bumrah and Bhuvi. Even Stephen Smith has praised them. They are the best death bowlers in the world at this time. So that was the crucial turning point. From 216 for 1, at 38 overs, Australia were in a position to take the battle to the Indian camp. After that, once again, the lack of depth in batting allowed them to just get out of that position of strength and into a position which was normal. And then completely bedazzled by the Indian openers, Rahane and Rohit. They were in tremendous form on this batting wicket. They showed the Australians.
रोहित शर्मा ने भी contribution दिया.
बहुत बढ़िया contribution रोहित शर्मा और रहाणे का. रोहित शर्मा ने 50 लगाया 42 बॉल में opening. Once again in the bowling department, Australia had only 2 bowlers, Cummins and Nathan Coulter-Nile. The moment these 2 are removed, then the other batsmen can make merry. And that is why Hardik Pandya, you saw when Hardik Pandya was batting, if it was Ashton Agar, he could easily hit him for 6s. But once Cummins came in or Nathan Coulter-Nile came in, he was totally at sea. So Hardik Pandya is a great entertainer and a great thinker and a great fielder, and therefore has made a sizable contribution to the Indian team. Let's not take away the credit to the Indian team. They have been doing their job creditably. They have the depth in bowling, they have the depth in batting, they have the variety in bowling, they have all kinds of players for all occasions in Indian conditions, as we have got used to seeing. Let's see what happens when they go to South Africa in January next year, and then England, and then Australia.
Well, that's India's success in the ODI series against Australia currently, with the fourth ODI yet to be played. Next up is the ICC Anti-Corruption Unit that is inquiring into allegations of match fixing in Sri Lanka. Let's look at the press review on that. ICC launches probe into Sri Lankan cricket, according to Mail today. The lack of success by Sri Lanka against visiting teams a reason for this probe. Hindustan Times, ICC to probe corruption in Sri Lankan cricket. दैनिक जागरण, आईसीसी ने श्रीलंका क्रिकेट की जांच शुरू की. हिंदुस्तान, श्रीलंका में भ्रष्टाचार की जांच शुरू. Well, once again, match fixing has come to the fore. We have investigation officers who will interview witnesses based on whatever complaints have been made over match fixing. So how do you see this affair being resolved by the ACU?
Well, first of all, it's very reactive kind of a thing. After someone reports something, they go in there and try and investigate. Why shouldn't they make it a active thing so that they were there when all these things were conspiring? It normally happens whenever one country's team loses badly. Sri Lanka was surprised by Zimbabwe in the one-day international series preceding India. India, of course, is a dominant force, and that 5-0 victory may not have surprised them. But that victory against Zimbabwe must have rankled. Some past Sri Lankan players may have said something, and in comes the ICC.
एक तरह से match trend देख रहे हैं, but no evidence as such to back this kind of allegation. Is that what newspaper reports also not very clear about the substance of the complaint?
Absolutely, no evidence. And finally, the important thing is, where are the laws? Look at what happened in India, IPL. They said, made a huge tamasha of the fixing. They got rid of Srinivasan. They suspended Sri Sant.
So there was some tape evidence about conversations.
And despite that, that's what I'm trying to say. The point I'm trying to make is, despite all that, finally what happens? They all get cleared and they all come back into the mix. So what is the point? There should be some substance in the anti-corruption interview. It should be linked to the laws prevailing in the countries. And for my thing, I think it's best to get betting legal and allow everyone a chance. Why should only some people be privy to earning the money? Why not allow the
But
betting?
even if betting is legalized, you're not allowed to fix the match. It has
You're not
to be
allowed
fair
to fix
and
the
transparent.
match. Yes, that is there. But at least a certain part of it gets away. So that is called actively fixing a problem. There are certain problems. What are the ones that you can fix? Let's fix them. What are the methods? Let's do them. Why just wait for something to happen and then go in there?
तो आपको लगता है कि ICC, now that it has resolved its fee distribution between the big three, including India, England and Australia, so अब they are taking a new direction towards match fixing or spot fixing. Any of these issues that tarnish the sport?
I don't think so. Nothing seems to be seriously be done. Otherwise, why is it repeated year after year? So I feel that there needs to be a concerted effort and a proactive effort to solve it, whichever way they want to go. The direction, the policy, the laws, everything must be consistent with a clean-up operation that they propose to do.
Well, from this we have the contact sport of wrestling, where Bajrang Punia has won the gold medal in the 65 kilogram weight category in wrestling. And there are other medal winners as well. Let's look at the press coverage on that. Indian Express, Bajrang Punia wins gold at the Asian Indoor Games 65 kilogram weight category. In the women's section also, Sheetal Tomar and Navjot Kaur having won the bronze. Dainik Jagran, Pehelwan Bajrang Punia ne jeeta sona. Amar Ujala, Bajrang ne jeeta swarn. This is being held in Turkmenistan. So 4 medals so far, and let's have a look at the performance so far through our expert Bajrang Punia, 65 kilogram weight category. How would you rate him as a wrestler, especially at the more intensive competition events?
Well, we recently saw the World Championships being held and India fared miserably. The likes of Bajrang, who were expected to get a medal, Sakshi, Vinesh Fogart, all of them failed at that level. So after the Olympics, clearly there was no concerted effort towards coming up to that level, and the Asian Indoor Games has provided them an opportunity to boost their confidence, and this is very good for them, because even though we are lacking at that top level as we were exposed at the World Wrestling Championships, I think wrestling is on the up in India, considering the organization of the league, considering the performances of Sushil Kumar, Sakshi Malik and other wrestlers in the past. We are on the up. We look like winning medals at the Olympics and the World Championships, and that is good progress in a sport of wrestling.
जो men wrestlers हैं उनका प्रदर्शन जो है थोड़ा एवरेज ही रहा है, बट जो women wrestlers हैं, अगर आप शीतल तोमर की बात करें या नवजोत कौर की बात करें, दोनों जो हैं they won the bronze medal at this Asian indoor meet, तो उनका परफॉर्मेंस तो काफी इंप्रूव कर गया है.
बिल्कुल, बहुत इंकरेजिंग है कि डेप्थ आ रहा है. हमें लगता था सुशील कुमार के बाद कौन, नरसिंह यादव के बाद कौन, पर बजरंग पूनिया आ रहे हैं, अमित धनकर आ रहे हैं, और ऐसे ऐसे, और वुमन में खास करके बहुत अच्छा इम्प्रूवमेंट हो रहा है और बहुत अच्छे यंगस्टर्स भी आ रहे हैं. हमने हाल ही में कैडेट का रेसलिंग चैम्पियनशिप्स भी देखा था, उसमें भी वुमन ने बहुत अच्छा परफॉर्म किया था. तो ये बहुत अच्छी बात है, और परहैप्स वन ऑफ द इफेक्ट्स ऑफ द रेसलिंग लीग, जिससे ज़्यादा लोगों को मौका मिल रहा है एट एन इंटरनेशनल लेवल उनको कंपटीशन का.
और हमने देखा है कि फ्री स्टाइल रेसलिंग में ज़्यादा फोकस है, ग्रेको रोमन में फोकस कम है, जहाँ पे जो अपर बॉडी का इस्तेमाल होता है.
हाँ, आप नाम से ही समझ सकते हैं ग्रीको रोमन कहाँ से आया, ग्रीस से और रोम से, और देयरफॉर एलियन टू इंडियन कल्चर. इंडियन का रेसलिंग फ्री स्टाइल, और वो भी मिट्टी पे, वहाँ से ट्रेडिशनली आए हैं. हमने वो प्रोग्रेस किया है कि वो ट्रेडिशनली मिट्टी से आके मैट पे फ्री स्टाइल में करने लगे. नेक्स्ट स्टेप डेफिनेटली होगा ग्रीको रोमन में भी ध्यान दो, क्योंकि इसमें भी मेडल मिलते हैं.
Well, next up is our success with chess. We had a good start with both Vishwanathan Anand and Dronavali proceeding to the next round of the Isle of Man chess meet. Let's look at the press coverage on that. Mail today, Anand and Harika Dronavali make a good start at the Isle of Man chess meet. Hindustan Times, good start for Anand at the Isle of Man meet. We have a photo of Vishwanathan Anand, the chess champion from India. Dainik Jagran, Anand और Harika जीते. हिंदुस्तान चेस, आनंद और हारिका की अच्छी शुरुआत. So playing with white pieces, both the men and the women singles chess participants proceeding to the next round of the Isle of Man meet. How would you rate the performance for a event like this? Because it is not a major event in the chess fraternity, but we still find Anand participating. And how do you see his prospects here?
It's a major event in the sense that it's a qualifying for the candidates chess for next year, and therefore you have the likes of Carlson and Nakamura and all the top competitors competing. But it's early days, early rounds, and therefore Anand has done well to boost his confidence, get a victory. Harika also, so the depth also increasing. In addition to Anand, now we are going down two other men who are performing well, and we are also getting some women performing. So that is good news for Indian chess. But yes, Anand now struggling clearly after those 5 World Championship victories, is at the end of his career, I would say, although it is a sport in which he can continue his career depending upon the focus that he can maintain and the competition that he can give to the youngsters that are coming up on a more intense preparation like we saw in his World Championship battle against Carlson.
तो जब हम असेसमेंट की बात करते हैं अबाउट अ चेस प्लेयर, दे आर एजिंग, बट यहाँ पे जब वो प्रिपेयर करते हैं, दे गो विद अ स्ट्रेटजी इन माइंड, कई तरह के गेम्स खेलते हैं, एंड देन दे टेक पार्ट इन दीज इवेंट्स. दिस इज नॉट रैपिड चेस. So what is it that age is restricting performance when it comes to Anand?
नहीं, एज रिस्ट्रिक्ट नहीं करता परफॉर्मेंस, पर वो फोकस को रिस्ट्रिक्ट करता है. कहीं ना कहीं प्रायोरिटीज़ कुछ और हो जाती हैं लाइफ में आफ्टर अ सर्टन एज, और वो प्रॉब्लम कर सकता है. फोकस करना चाहे तो एज कोई फ़र्क नहीं है. फेडरर को देखिए, टेनिस जैसे इंटेंसिव स्पोर्ट में भी 36 साल की उम्र पे परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं, पर वो फोकस मेंटेन करना होगा. फैमिली पूरी सपोर्ट करेगी, पूरा कंसंट्रेशन कर पाओगे. यंगस्टर आ रहे हैं नए ज़माने में, इंटरनेट से सीखते हुए थोड़े से आइडियाज़. डेफिनेटली द वर्ल्ड इज़ प्रोग्रेसिंग, और जो भी नया बच्चा आ रहा है, चाहे कुछ बिगड़ रहे हैं, पर कुछ जो पॉजिटिव साइड पे हैं वो बहुत ज़्यादा प्रोग्रेसिव है. अगर कहीं ना कहीं आप भी कंपेयर करो अपने बेटे के साथ, अपनी उम्र पे इनकी क्या नॉलेज है कंपेयर टू अस, इनकी नॉलेज बहुत ज़्यादा है. तो वो ओवरऑल इफ़ेक्ट हो जाता है एजिंग में, मेरा जो कहने का मतलब है, जिससे आनंद को ग्रैपल करना पड़ेगा. ये बात नहीं है कि वो कर नहीं सकते.
अब हम प्रेस कवरेज में देख रहे हैं कि बोथ men and women chess players are occupying the same space. So
Yes.
हरिका द्रोणावली के बारे में कुछ बताइए.
आउटस्टैंडिंग. मैं कहता हूँ वुमेन इन इंडियन स्पोर्ट 70 के बाद उनको मौका मिला है इम्प्रेस करने का. हर फील्ड में अच्छा कर रहे हैं, और स्पोर्ट कोई एक्सेप्शन नहीं है. अब 70 के बाद रिजल्ट्स देखिए. एशियन एथलेटिक्स में वुमेन छा गई, पीटी उषा, शाइनी विल्सन, सारे. उससे पहले मिल्खा सिंह, गुरबचन सिंह रंधावा, श्री राम सिंह, शिवनाथ सिंह. अब क्या हो रहा है, वुमन ऊपर उठ रही हैं. सिमिलरली बैडमिंटन, पहले पडुकोने, गोपीचंद, फिर कौन आया, साइना नेहवाल, सिंधु. हाँ, अब मेन फाइट बैक कर रहे हैं, अच्छी बात है. तो ये बहुत अच्छा कंपटीशन है, और मौका दिया जा रहा है, और वुमेन एक्सेल कर रहे हैं ऑल फील्ड्स में, और स्पोर्ट इज़ नो एक्सेप्शन.
तो एक तरह से अगर हम देखें चेस प्लेयर्स ऑफ द पास्ट लाइक Karpov, Kasparov, or someone like Boris Spassky, who was a very talented
or Bobby
chess
Fischer
player.
from USA.
Bobby Fischer, I mean, they were tremendous. It used to be followed like a boxing match.
Absolutely.
So, they also led to more chess players joining the fraternity. हमारे यहाँ पे विश्वनाथन आनंद has been an icon. आपको लगता है कि जो youth है, they are trying to follow in his footsteps now?
Absolutely, they're trying to follow in his footsteps, but I think failing at that last hurdle, Anand, like Prakash Padukone, took the step of realizing that perhaps the culture in India doesn't allow you to grow so much, and went and based himself in Spain and competed more regularly in Europe, and that was the opportunity. Bindra himself found a coach in Germany and Switzerland and improved himself. Prakash Padukone went to Denmark, which was dominating, and improved himself. So that final step the other players have not yet made, because they are not competing as often as Anand is at the European circuit.
Well, from chess we move on to badminton news, where in the under-19 Belgian Junior Open, Vaishnavi has notched up a title. Let's look at the press coverage on that. Mail today, Indian shuttler Vaishnavi Reddy notches up the women's singles under-19 title at the Belgian Junior Open. दैनिक जागरण, वैष्णवी ने जीता बेल्जियम ओपन का सिंगल्स खिताब. So talking about youth development, यहाँ पे अंडर 19 में सक्सेस आया है on the part of वैष्णवी. उसके prospects क्या हैं in the major age groups?
I think badminton is a very good sport to take up in the sense of its development in India. All you need is a very good coach and a good youngster coming in at the right age. This is what happened when Saina Nehwal walked into Gopi Chand, and you had that excellent combination beginning from the age of 11-12 when Saina came in, and you saw the results. Same thing happened with Sindhu, and the system is getting repeated with Srikanth, with Gopi Chand, with Parupalli Kashyap, and all the others. Also, even though we give a lot of credit for Saina Nehwal to having pushed the Chinese and then opened the barriers for the other badminton players in the women's section, we must give credit to, which is not being given as yet, to Jwala Gutta for having fought for the doubles. Remember in the Japanese Open, second round, both the two singles women stars lost. Our boys came up to the quarterfinals. But a mixed double pairs of Pranav Chopra and Sikki Reddy played in the semi-finals and lost narrowly in a three-setter, 21-19 in that third game. That is the essence of development that is happening in badminton. It happened with women, it spread to men, it spread to doubles, and we have to give a lot of credit to the people involved. Gopi as the coach, Saina as the front runner in the woman, and Jwala Gutta for pushing for the doubles people who are now starting to come up, and India as a superpower in badminton is emerging. This is a perfect blueprint for other sports to follow.
तो एक तरह से Hyderabad has become the hub for badminton youth development. आपको लगता है कि जो नॉर्थ का जो टैलेंट है वो भी वहीं पे ही जा रहा है?
All the Varmas, all the Sharmas, all are going to Hyderabad as of yet. But imagine the talent that is available in the country. Suppose we had 15 other Gopi Chand alikes in coaching. Then 15 other areas could produce so many more people, and that's the way China built its system. That's what India can do, but they must work towards that.
एक academy set up करने के लिए that kind of commitment that Gopi Chand has shown has certainly produced great results for
Absolutely.
Indian
As I told you, there's no rocket science. You need a good coach and you need a good youngster coming at the right age, maintaining the discipline for 8 to 10 years, and you will see the results. This is no rocket science, and this can be replicated if you have good coaches in North India, West India. There's a boy from Dehradun, Lakshya, who's gone to Padukone's academy, who's doing well. There's Vaishnavi, there's Gopi Chand's daughter. There are tremendous amount of, and this is the result of the fact that badminton is shown television wise, and the heroes, that is Saina and Sindhu, are living a lifestyle where they're getting so much money, and everything in that overall is giving an impact on inspiring youngsters.
Well, let's now look at the international performance in badminton from the Japan Super Series titles, where Victor Axelsen and Carolina Marin have come out on top. Let's now look at the press coverage on that. Axelsen from Denmark and Marin triumph at the Japan Open Badminton. Victor Marin ने जीती ट्रॉफी. अमर उजाला, Marin Axelsen बने चैंपियन. Axelsen beating Lee Chong Wei 21-14, 19-21, 21-14. दैनिक भास्कर, Marin और Axelsen ने जीते किताब, with Carolina Marin winning in straight games. So that's been the success for the international shuttlers. Victor Axelsen and Carolina Marin of Spain, two international shuttlers who have won their events. How would you rate them going into the future?
This is the story of the development of badminton. Other European countries have coming up. Denmark recently won a Thomas Cup against the depth of China, which is stupendous. And then Axelsen emerging as a front runner. He beat the number one Son Van Ho, Korean. He beat Lin Dan at the World Championships recently. He's comprehensively beaten Lee Chong Wei and proven that even a Denmark or a European badminton player can beat the best of the Chinese and the Japanese and the Korean talent, which is a wonderful story. It's happened after 20 years. Their last champion, if I'm not right, was Morten Frost Hansen, who inspired Prakash Padukone. And then they had 20 years before that another champion called Erland Kops, if I remember my history right. So it's happening after 20 years in Denmark. It's happening every day in China.
पर ये जो यूरोपियन स्टाइल जो है प्लेइंग बैडमिंटन, वो अपना हाइट का जरूर इस्तेमाल करते हैं.
Yes, definitely.
Especially over the net.
Definitely, but then like height has its advantages, it has its disadvantages, and it's for the shorter players to exploit. Sindhu also, perhaps in comparison to Okuhara, perfect classical example. She's nearly 9 inches taller than Okuhara is. Her reach is very good, but then that speed, recovery, all those are elements that Okuhara has worked on in order to match the likes of Sindhu, who's much taller. So Son Van Ho and Lin Dan and Lee Chong Wei must show their competitiveness. So what if Axelsen, even in the tennis world, you have the tall players like Isner, Sam Querrey, Marin Cilic, Kevin Anderson, but who beats them? Rafael Nadal, Roger Federer, and the others.
But they also intimidate the opponents, if you remember.
Yes,
PV
it is
Sindhu's
an
performance in the
advantage.
final. I mean, she should have won the Olympic Games gold medal, but she could not because she was intimidated by the opponent.
It depends. Now, why do you get intimidated? In fact, you are saying height is an advantage. Marin should have been intimidated by Sindhu, but it didn't happen. It's all in the mind, and that's what is important. In fact, in the Japan Open, what was unfortunate was we were robbed of a Carolina Marin and Okuhara match. Marin has come back into top form. Sindhu was dipping a bit. Okuhara was at her top, and we missed out on the world number one Tsai Su-ying of Chinese Taipei, who withdrew for an injury. Otherwise, yes, badminton is becoming very interesting.
Well, that's the end of the story segment. Let's look at Aaj Ka Din. Well, today, 25th of September, back in 1969, Hansi Cronje was born and he represented South Africa, playing 68 test matches, scoring 3,714 runs and 188 ODIs, scoring 5,565. But unfortunately, he is more known for match fixing, and that has been very controversial as well throughout the ages. Next up is Aaj Ka Special. On Aaj Ka Special, we have the Dilip Trophy where India Red will be playing India Blue, and then we have the La Liga football that will take place between Real Betis and the teams in the Spanish League. Well, it's time to thank our guest expert Rupinder Singh for being with us on the program Sports Cafe and giving us his views on all the latest sporting developments. Thank you.
Thank you, Arjun.
Well, it's time now also for us to thank our viewers for watching Sports Cafe, and we encourage our viewers to join us by interacting on the social media websites. Well, do join us on Twitter. You can get connected to DD Sports channel and be our friend on Facebook. And you can watch the full episode on YouTube. Well, do connect us on the world of social media and join us again for Sports Cafe tomorrow at 8 in the morning. Till then, it's namaskar and goodbye from me and the Sports Cafe team.